find people with on this campus that you struggle with, those are relationships. One, they're experiences that teach you how to survive being away from home, but teaching you how to find a community that you can have while you're here.
Allow the position or the title to limit you. Right. So get the skills, master your craft, but be flexible in it. Because I think that your program, whatever the program or major is going to prepare you not just for the position, but it's going to prepare you for your journey.
Don't compromise for other people because they don't like what you're doing. So if you're creating something, be a creative. Create what you want and don't care about what people are going to say about it. Because you're going to have the naysayers, you're going to have the people that support you. So you got to always have that in the back of your head.
For the program, definitely the internships. If you're going into my program, child development, be grateful for the internships because they do help you in the long run, especially like when you're in the real world, in that classroom.
I'll have two advices that kind of combine into one. One is just to be diligent. Okay, just do the work. When it's time to work, it's time to work. Don't let people waste your time. Okay? So when it's time to work, it's time to work. But you have the other side as well where you have to be spontaneous. Okay? Being a marketing major is not written on books. It's about creativity, being spontaneous, find what people like, what people don't like.
There are so many stereotypes. There are so many expectations of how they want you to act. Prove them wrong. Prove them wrong. Break the generational curses, the generational habits, break the stereotypes, and be something and do something different.
To the question, my department, it started with that preparation piece. And for me, preparation is everything. If I can prepare and trust and have faith in God that He will not let me down as I continue throughout this journey, then I don't think there's no way that I can fail, and there's no way that my scholars could fail, or the students at the University of Maryland Eastern Shore should fail.
And UMES is kind of the perfect place for that because, when I was here, I could probably say I knew like 80% of the campus at least. It's one of those intimate fields, just about most of the people on the campus.
Master your craft, but don't allow the position to limit you. And then allow your program to prepare you not just for position, but for your journey, wherever God leads you in your journey.
Absolutely. Always do your research too. You know what I'm saying? Like if you get onto an audition, research the director, research the production company, see what they kind of look for. But you gotta be yourself. You gotta be yourself because there's so many invitations out here. We used to be able to know what city you was from because of the way you dressed to talk now. Social media has where everybody look the same. Everybody acts the same. They all listen to the same music.
So I kind of already had that foundation and the experience from doing all these internships that I didn't want to do. So when I was put in that position, it kind of made it a little easier for me to adapt and okay, instead of me spending 5 hours on lesson plans, I'm just going to use some of the lesson plans that I did at my internships and I just switch it around and now use that in the classroom. So definitely internships, I would say that.
Okay, so being a marketing major is not just about reading what the book says. It's about what people like, what the people don't like, what trend is going on, and different type of ages like different type of things and stuff like that. And that at one point is going to become one, and it's going to become your main focus if you decide to go into marketing. Okay, so don't just follow one single path. Be diligent, but also be open to a lot more ideas.
So represent God, represent your family, and represent the culture. Because we are excellent, we can be excellent, and that's one thing that I learned in the University of Maryland Eastern Shore.
You just have to be willing to face the challenges. And one of the quotes that I live by is that there's no true success without struggle and/or sacrifice. So I learned to embrace those things, and once you embrace those things, it builds character. And I think that character has allowed me to sit at this table with you all today. So preparation for me is what that leads to.
Absolutely. And a lot of my brothers, not even brothers, but people that I've had experiences with here, I still contact, talk to on a daily basis. And so that's for me in and out the classroom as well too.
Here, invest in yourself, believe in yourself, invest in yourself, network with people, build that community. Always ask for advice, tap in. People have more knowledge and experience yourself, like kind of use the people around you, and let them help you, like be open to receiving help, be receptive to help as well.
Be yourself, work hard, and just know that it's not gonna be easy. And if you do get a no just doesn't mean no, it just means not right now. That's all a no is. And you just gotta keep pushing, you gotta keep persevering, because you're gonna get there. You're gonna get there, and you gotta just work hard. But last but not least, you gotta keep God first. Because you could work as hard as you can, and God like, all right, you think you about to do this? Oop, on the roadblock.
That's it.
You think you gonna get over the roadblock without me? All right, then you start praying, and then the gates start opening. So you gotta keep God first in everything that you do.
That's one thing that I learned in the University of Maryland Eastern Shore, is that we can carry ourselves well, we can wake up, do the right thing, we can be leaders on the campus, and we can be leaders when we leave this university. And so every day when I walk in my school, I walk in and I carry myself a certain way, because I want those young black girls to see me and to see themselves in me and to see how they can carry themselves. And so remember to represent everywhere you go. And the last thing is to never limit your potential. Always be a lifetime learner. Like, continue to get more certifications, continue to take more classes, continue to learn everything that you can learn, so that you can always have more doors opening for you, more windows opening for you. Because, like you said, you'll be on one path and all of a sudden, something amazing can open up for you. And there you go, you're becoming another version of yourself, a higher version of yourself. So represent and keep learning.